Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the blessed one, the worthy one, the fully enlightened one. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the noble doctrine of the Buddha, and the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Buddha. Hello everyone, welcome to our Wednesday evening Dhamma talk at Empty Cloud Monastery. And today I wanted to share with you the Dhammapada, one of the very short books in Khuddaka Nikaya. And this book is a very, very wonderful book. One of the foremost, I would say, among the Tipitaka categories, canonical literature, because of the linguistic features that this book has. We can assume that it belongs to the earliest category of Buddhist literature. And this wonderful book has 26 chapters and 423 stanzas. All of them are so wonderfully crafted, composed, and I'm sure you all must have heard of this book. And I'm sure also you will really enjoy reading this book if you know the value of it. So I thought of sharing something on this book, at least a few stanzas in the. Maybe I will try to talk about the Dhammapada in the coming weeks as well. So today, hopefully, I will try to recite and discuss the meaning of the first chapter. As I said, there are 26 chapters. The first chapter is called Yamakavagga, the twin verses. And in this chapter, we have all the twins, like two sides of the same issue is discussed. Very nice, beautifully done. And then the Appamadavagga is about the heedfulness. Chittavagga is about mind. Puppavagga is about flowers, how flower is symbolized in Buddhism. If you want to know something about why Buddhism has so many flowers everywhere, you can also take a look at this wonderful Vagga called Puppavagga. Puppa in Pali is flowers. And then we have Balavagga. Bala means um, Bala means fools. So biologically, you can be elder, but you still can be a fool. And so it doesn't matter whether you are elder or younger biologically. What is more important here is to not necessarily intellectually, but really spiritually rich people. So we have two chapters for these two categories. One is called Balavagga, fools. The other one is called Panditavagga, wise, the wise. And then there is another one called Arahantavagga, the worthy ones. And this Dhammapada, if you want to give a motivational speech, You should look at this wonderful uh, book, short book, small book. And over here you can find something or the other related to your topic. So Arhanta Varga is about the worthy ones, the liberated ones, the enlightened ones. Very nice, beautiful stanzas are there. And then Sahasravaga is about thousands. How in Dhamma, many things are symbolized to thousands. Papavaga is about the evil, and Dandavaga is about rod or punishment, and Jaravaga is about old age. Attavaga is about the self, Lokavaga is about the world, and Buddhavaga is about the Buddha himself. Sukhavaga is about happiness. Piyavaga, affection. Kodhavaga is about anger. Malavaga, impurities or taints. And Dhammatavaga is about just or the righteous. Magga is about the way, Maggavaga, the way or the path. Pakinnakavagga is about miscellaneous things, and Nirayavagga is about lower realms or woeful states. Nagavagga is about elephant, and Naga is also another very powerful symbol, simile or metaphor that is used in Buddhist literature. So a Naga also is compared to the Arahanta one, the liberated one. Tanha Vagga is about craving. Bhikkhu Vagga is about the bhikkhu or the mendicant. And the last but not least, Brahmana Vagga is about the Brahmana. So, who is a real Brahmana? Buddha was critically analyzing, and actually, he did not despise all Brahmins, the teachings, but he really wanted to open their eyes, those existing Brahmins those days. If you really want to be a good Brahmin, this is how you have to work, you have to walk in your progressive spiritual path. So this book is really, really an amazing book. I would say it's such a treasure trove of Dhamma, the gems of truth embodied in these texts. And also, I noticed that in this book, when you read, if you read out, maybe chapter by chapter, you can read every single day, just like chanting, and then read through the lines, also read the meaning. And every time you read, you will understand, you will grasp the meaning in a different level. That is one thing that I noticed in this wonderful um, book of wisdom. So in many religious organization, they do have different books. You have Bible, you have Bhagavad Gita, and I would say Dhammapada is something that you need to carry in your handbag. It should be with you all the time while traveling, or while going even for a picnic or a hike. You can take a Dhammapada with you, and when you have some beautiful nature, and just sit on a rock or something, or underneath a tree, or even sitting on a beach, you can read the Dhammapada. You will feel the meaning in a very, very different realms. So I would like to actually start this Dhammapada discussion while chanting. Along with chanting, I will also discuss the meaning, so that it can be really helpful to all of us. So the twin verses. I'm actually going to discuss only the twin verses today, the Yamakavagga first chapter. Mano pubbang dhamma mano settha manomaya manasache paduttena bhasati va karoti va tato nang dukkhaman veti chakkhang vahato padang. The other, the verse that is part of this, connected to this, is Mano pubbangama dhamma mano settha manomaya manasache padutte pasannena bhasati va karoti va tato nang sukhaman chayava anapayini. So the first one, the first stanza is about mind. Both of them actually is about mind, but two sides of the mind. Mano pubbangama dhamma. Mind is the forerunner of all evil states. And mano settha manomaya. Mind is chief and mind made are they. Today we talk about things like these technological gadgets and many things that we say like made in USA or made in some other country, you say, right? But actually all of them are made in mind. That is the truth. So manomaya, mind made are they. Everything, all these man-made structures, all these wonderful, creative, innovative stuff that we have right here in front of us in this world, they are actually made in mind. Made in mind. So manomaya. So mind is so important to all of us. And manasache paduttena, if you speak, or bhasati, and karoti means if you do something or if you speak something, even if you think, paduttena manasa, with polluted mind, with evil mind, with the wicked mind, what will happen? The karma that you generate will follow you. Just like tatonang dukkhamanveti, that will be a suffering. That will not be happiness. That will be a suffering in return. It will come to you. It will follow you. Just as chakkang vahato padang, even as the wheel follows the hoof of the draught ox. So wherever uh, the ox carries the cart, the wheel will follow the ox, just like that. Whatever karma, whatever bad karma you do, it will follow you. And all these stanzas, there are 423 stanzas, and all of them have been reached by the Buddha, depending on connected to different incidents. There are around 300 stories connected to these stanzas. So over here it talks about um, an eye surgeon and who was doing a bad karma before, and then he was suffering due to that bad karma, that evil intention, when he was blinding one poor lady. Um, long story short, this poor lady was blinded by this man when he was an eye surgeon, and it is said the karma was following him so many times. And even at the last birth, when he was actually able to attain enlightenment, he became an arahant. And ironically, he became blind, so his physical eye was blinded, but internal eye was open. He was enlightened on the one hand, and he was blinded on the other. So those two things happen simultaneously. See, the power of the karma is such. And in the other story, the other stanza, it is the other side. So mind is the forerunner of all good states, just like all evil states. Over here, mind is the forerunner of all good states too. Mind is chief, mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with pure mind, because of that happiness follows one, even as one shadow that never leaves. See, whenever we do good things, mind will be the forerunner. Mind, they all are made in mind again. So mind will be the chief again. And so whenever we do say good things, and we do act good things, and we behave nicely, kindly, generously, and with that good intention, when we do, with that good consciousness, good mind, when we act, happiness, corresponding happiness will follow us, just like the shadow that never leaves. It's very interesting, and in Dhammapada, all throughout Dhammapada, we see very powerful, beautiful similes. Actually, a lot of similes and metaphors, and the simile of the shadow. We all have shadows. All of us have shadows, right? Every one of us has shadows. So those shadows, do they leave us? How about when you are in the darkness? Do you think the shadow has left you? It is there. It is right there. Only when the light is there you can see. So the shadow is still there. Even when you die, the shadow will not leave you. It will go to your graveyard. The shadow will still be there. Very interesting, right? Your loved ones, everyone else will leave you, but the shadow will still be there with you. Just like that. The karma, the good karma, will be with you all the time. So when we do really nice things, even simple act of kindness and generosity will be with you, and it will come to help you, come to your rescue many times. We don't know when and where, when, where, how it happens, but when you need it, it will help you. For example, let's say you have been so kind to someone or something, and you think of it, you reflect on that beautiful good karma, and you feel so good, you feel so nice about that. And then you need some help somehow, someday, and helps will come to you. You don't know how, when it happens, but whenever you need it, you will get it. So this generosity, this kindness, this compassion, and all the other good things are really helpful to us. Remember to be kind and to do good, to be nice and to be wise in your life. Every entire Buddhism, we can say, about the two words, to be nice and to be wise. And in entire Buddha Dhamma can be also summarized into this, to do good and to be good. So if you practice this way, you can see the good karma will follow you all the time, wherever you go. Maybe even in the midst of a jungle, even when you are lost in a desert, or in the middle of an ocean, when you need it, the good karma will help you. There are lots and lots of things that have rescued many people during natural disasters and some accidents. Miraculous escapes have happened to people. And this, according to this Buddhist teaching, it is the reaction, it is the power of the good karma that you do. So always try to be nice, try to be wise, and try to do good, and try to be good. That way your heart and mind will be more pure, and good karma will follow you always. Okay. And the third and the fourth stanzas, again the twin verses. Akkochimang avadimang ajinimang ahasime yetang upanaihangti verang te sangna sangmati. Akkochimang avadimang ajinimang ahasime yetang upanaihangti verang te supasammati. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. In those who harbor such thoughts, hatred is not appeased. And the other one, he abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. In those who do not harbor such thoughts, hatred is appeased. See, the world goes just like the clockwise way. And if all those uh, things that we do in the world, it should really help us in many different ways. Really, these two stanzas and the following two stanzas, they are all related to our anger and hatred. Anger can um, really make us suffer so much later on. It can not only influence us badly, but also everyone else in the surrounding area. A lot of people talk to us and they ask us how to deal with such people when they are so angry, when they are so bad to us, when they are not nice to us, and how do we deal with it. I would say, yeah, just read these two stanzas. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. You can say a lot of complaints about other people. So many a time what we do, we react. We react to those things negatively, and we become even more aggressive, and your frustration can lead to aggression, and your anger can turn into a hatred that can be really dangerous. So it will never end. It will be a vicious circle if you are trapped into that. So be very careful. Anger can be a very natural human phenomenon, but if you convert anger into a hatred, it can be deadly, disastrous. It can be devastating. It can ruin your life. It can ruin others' life as well. So be very careful not to break or not to destroy the beautiful, powerful inner peace within you just because of the anger that you have, just because of the other people who harm you, who try to tarnish your good name, or try to um, hate you or dislike you, or who try to disrupt your progress. um, you need to be stronger within. This is what we need to learn here. You need to be stronger within. You should not um, you should not disrupt that inner peace you have been nurturing so very well so far. So a lot of other people would try to dismantle your inner peace. So be very careful about that. Whenever you feel like someone was abusing you, or someone was bullying you, or someone was hating you, hurting you, disliking you, yeah, that will be that someone else's karma. Remember that. And when you try to reciprocate, when you try to negatively react to those situations, then at the moment you start doing it, that will be your karma. So you have to be extremely careful not to harbor such thoughts. Okay? And so, very famous stanza. Two stanzas are there, which will also be very helpful to all of us. The next two stanzas. Nahi verena verani sammantidha kudachanam averena cha sammanti esa dhammo sanantano parecana vijananti mayametha yamamase yecha tatha vijananti tato sammanti medhaga. Hatred never cease through hatred in this world. Through love alone they cease. This is an eternal law. The others know not that in this quarrel we perish. Those of them who realize it have their quarrels calmed thereby. So, this wonderful stanza, I remember one of the Sri Lankan presidents, he used this Nahi Verena Verani, the Buddha's teaching, in an international forum where world leaders were meeting immediately um, after the World War II or something. Yes, and then he said, "We can hate. We should only cultivate non-hatred through loving kindness alone. We can solve problems. We can really uh, solve things through tit for tat. You really, I think today's world, especially we see the world is in on fire everywhere. People are fighting. We see world wars. We see civil wars happening everywhere. All of them cannot be concluded with those nasty, devastating hatred. It is only through peaceful means, it is only through loving kindness, non hatred, that we can solve those wars and battles in the world. So, including within ourselves, personal grudges, personal battles, and also other um, country level or community level or tribal level or whatever level. If you think of this anger and hatred, we only have one way to solve those issues, that is through practicing loving kindness. And that is the only way to seize those powerful battles. And this is an eternal law. So, if you keep practicing this loving kindness, you can feel that wonderful peace and happiness, and you can feel that confidence. You can feel that sense of security for yourself when you practice loving kindness. Remember, in Buddhism, we talk about 5 precepts. The first precept is Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. I undertake the precept to observe or abstain the precept to abstain from killing living beings. So, not to kill anyone, not to hurt anyone, not to hate anyone will be uh, a wonderful way to secure yourself. When you practice loving kindness towards others, when you respect others, they will respect you. You will be respected in return. So we need to remember that. There is no other way. You can force others to respect you. You can force others to protect you. You have to earn it. You have to deserve. And that is by practicing loving kindness. Respect others' life. Your life will be respect. You don't need to actually have those life insurance thing. You have a very free life insurance right here with you by practicing loving kindness. So again, I would say anger can be a natural human phenomenon, but you should not let anger convert itself into a powerful, devastating storm like hatred. Hatred can be prolonged, and it will not only stay within this birth according to Buddhism, it will go from one birth to another, and it will kill each other, it will hurt each other all the time. So be very careful, be extremely careful not to cultivate anger and hatred. Okay? And then we go to another couple of stanzas. Subhanupasing viharang thang indriyesu asangutang bhojanam hi amatang yung kusetang hi naviriyang tang ve pasahati maru vato rukhang vadubbalang asubhanupasing viharang thang indriyesu susangvatang bhojanam hicha matang yung saddhang aradha viriyang tang vena pasahati maru vato selang papvatang. Whoever lives contemplating pleasant things, with senses unrestrained, in food immoderate, indolent, inactive, him verily Mara overthrows, as the wind overthrows a weak tree. The opposite, whoever lives contemplating the impurities, with senses restrained, in food moderate, full of faith, full of sustained energy, him Mara overthrows not, as the wind does not overthrow a rocky mountain. Again, we do have very beautiful similes here. A weak tree is easily uprooted, can easily be uprooted by a strong wind, but a rocky mountain can be shaken just like that. So we need to focus on certain things, and that will be really helpful. Who lives contemplating pleasant things, subhanupasing viharantang. So you need to contemplate on the impurities here, like not contemplating the like the bodily parts as pure, and with senses unrestrained means you don't have any indriya samvara. You have no control over yourself. You are fooled by emotions. Over here in the positive side, you become a very um, dominant with your senses. You can be easily carried away by all the things happening. For example, there are a lot of commercials, and you can see a lot of food, for example, food or clothes or fashionable items in the market, and you see those things, and then a lot of people can easily be carried away. Oh, this is very nice, this is beautiful, I need it. You really don't need it, you really don't require it, but this powerful um, mechanism of commercials can make you fool. So you go there, it's beautifully maybe covered or present, very nicely presented, and so you can control your senses. You go from one restaurant to another. You buy one cloth to another. You have so many closet full of clothes. Still not happy. This is insatiable. You can never be satisfied with that. So that is how when it happens to like unrestrained people, you need to control your senses. That way you can be in control. And food again is, I would say, one of the most powerful cravings that we have is food craving. Craving for food, we call ahara tanha. So we need to practice like moderate in food. I asked today, what's your name? Harry. Yeah, I asked Harry, like, when you came here to the monastery, how do you find it? You can't even have dinner here. it's so it's so hard. Like he said, yeah, I was prepared for that. If you are not prepared, like mentally and physically, your craving will really harass you, torture you in the night. You can't sleep. I need food. Where is my dinner? That really happens to you. But you come here with that prepared mindset, bodily and mentally prepared. Here in monastery, we don't get dinner. So it's okay. So you are prepared for that. You have the control, and yeah, then it is okay. You don't really need it anymore. So this restraining your senses can really make life much more comfortable. And I would say we have mouth to eat and also to talk. So in and out, like breath, incoming and outgoing breath. So through the mouth also we take in and um, out things. So we have to be extremely careful about things that we take in, that is the food. We need to be in control. And the lesser we eat, the more better for our health, right? Better we become, like the health, in fact. So you don't become obese. Lot of people have uh, issue with the food, and lot of people have they don't really know how to control their wallet. So I think this particular two stanzas will definitely help you much more, how to control your wallet, how to control your belly, and that way you can be much healthier person, much wealthier person as well. Yeah, and the Mara won't be able to shaken you. The Mara is those powerful temptations. Like whenever you see a beautiful temptation through the commercial advertisements, you will not be shaken anymore. You will be like a rock solid. I don't want it. I'm okay. You can go to any supermarket and you can still be in control, although they look very nice, beautifully presented, beautifully packed. You won't be tempted by them. So I would say uh, read these two stanzas. That will be really helpful to you, and read it like repeated. You need to repeatedly remind, otherwise you forget. So keep reminding yourself, that will be very helpful. The two other stanzas that we have. Anikasavo kasavan yo vathang paridahesati apeto dhamma saccena naso kasav marhati yochavanta kasavas sile susamahito upeto dhamma saccena Saveka sav marhati. Whoever unstainless, without self-control and truthfulness, should don the yellow robe is not worthy of it. He who is purged of all stain is well established in morals and endowed with self-control and truthfulness is indeed worthy of the yellow robe. So this is actually more emphasizing on the monks. The pure are worthy of the yellow robe, but not the impure. So even though we wear very expensive or very brand new, robe, if we have lot of impurities within, and then it doesn't make you a nice person. So over here, unstainless. If you become unstainless, unstained is not really the cloth that is unstained. That is important. It is the unstainless, stainless in your mind, and that is important. And self-control again, we talked about that, how important is to control ourselves, how to be in control our sense. And then again, the truthfulness. These are few things that can make a monk a very, very respectable person, a worthy person. So not only for the monks, also everyone, each and every one of you, if you also have these qualities within you, if you try to recognize your loopholes, recognize your mistakes, and then if you accept, be humble, and then you can work towards getting rid of those bad habits, bad actions, bad thoughts, bad emotions, negativity. You can work on these things, and then you can really make your life more shining. And then you need to also establish yourselves in morality. In Buddhism, morality, what we call sila, is the very foundation of our spiritual path. Without this foundation, even if you are PhD holder or you have so many qualifications, it doesn't really make sense. What is much more important here is your sila, your restraint, your discipline, verbally and physically, how to discipline yourself, how to maintain that discipline within you. That can make you a beautiful person. Your foundation is very, very strong then, and then your spiritual path is much more stronger. Remember, if you are um, verbally and physically restrained, and verbally and physically more disciplined, then your mental discipline can be easily done. And when you are mentally also disciplined, that means your samadhi. Sila, without sila, you can go to samadhi or concentration. And without samadhi, you can't really take good decisions. The wisdom will not occur to you without samadhi. So the sila, samadhi, panya, the three disciplines are really important. I think over here we need to focus on these things as well. All right, let's move to the next two. Asare sarmatino sare cha sar Dasino te sarang nadhigachanti micha sankappa gochara sarang cha sarato nyatva asarang cha asarato te sarang adhigachanti samma sankappa gochara. In the unessential, they imagine the essential. In the essential, they see the unessential. They who entertain such wrong thoughts never realize the essence. What is essential, they regard as essential. What is unessential, they regard as unessential. They who entertain such right thoughts realize the essence. So, that is what happened to us most of the time. Whenever there is something good uh, we see it, bad or negative, and we don't see the positivity there. And so what is essential, we need to see it as essential, and when something is not essential, we need to see it as not essential. And we also need to have this really powerful tool called right thought, or we can say even right view, to navigate us towards the right path. And this way we can realize the essence, we can see the truth as uh, as it is. So this again is a really very helpful teaching. We'll move to the next two stanzas. Yatha agarang duchang nang votte samati vijhati evang abhavithang chittang rago samati vijhati. Yathagarang suchhangnang vuttena samati vijhati evam subhavitang chittang ragon samati vijhati. Again, we do have a very beautiful um, um, metaphor here. Um, Ill-thatched house and um, well-thatched house. When you have ill-thatched house, the rain will, pierce through your roof, and you will be in trouble. But when you have very well, nicely done, well-thatched house, the rain or the storm will not be able to pierce through, and you will be safe. Your life will be more peaceful and comfortable. So, in stormy weathers, in thunderstorms, your house will be protected, and eventually you will be safe and protected and peaceful. Just like that, um, the raga, the lust, the lustful nature can really disrupt your peace, your happiness, and it can really pierce through your house. So be careful not to be overwhelmed by raga, not to allow raga to control you. So raga again is a very powerful stormy emotions that we have, and we should be able to control, we should be able to maintain raga, control the raga, and that way we can also practice our inner peace, maintain our inner peace much better. Raga again, the lust, we see this can be part of the lobha, greed. And then when you say raga, those sensual pleasures that we have, all the different sensual gratifications that we have can be part of the raga. Like through the eyes we see many things, and raga can infiltrate. You can be overwhelmed by raga, and many things are lustful in the world, so you can be overshadowed, or overwhelmed by these very powerful temptations. If you remember the Bodhisattva, when he was meditating, he was just about to attain Nibbana, final liberation, the Buddhahood. And it is said there were three daughters of the Mara that were trying to tempt him. Those were the powerful temptations. Actually, they were not physical figures, but the internal emotions, powerful temptations. They were called Tanha, Rati, and Raga. So all of them are part of attachment, part of craving, part of um, the the powerful tanha that we have, desire, all the different siblings of desire. This can happen to us too, by through the eyes, through the ears. Like you are so much maybe addicted to songs or music or whatever, or maybe you are so much addicted to some maybe perfumes, or as we mentioned already, through the tongue, to many different flavors, and through the body we also can be addicted to many different kinds of contact. So all these agents can be actually triggering our raga. So we have to be in control. That is what the this wonderful two stanzas are talking about. The next two stanzas are also very helpful to all of us. Idha sochati pecha sochati papakari ubhayatta sochati so sochati so vihanyati disva kamma kilitthamattano idha modati pecha modati kata punyo bhayattha modati so modati so pamodati disva kamma visuddha mattano. Here he grieves, hereafter he grieves. In both states, the evildoer grieves. He grieves, he is afflicted, perceiving the impurity of his own deeds. And here he rejoices, hereafter he rejoices. In both states, the well-doer rejoices. He rejoices, exceedingly rejoices, perceiving the purity of his own deeds. So, when you do good things, when you say good things, when you even think good things, we can be happier, right? And those things really can help us in many different ways. You know you did the right thing, even though the other people might criticize you. You know, in your heart, you know that you did the right thing. So it doesn't really matter what the others say or react. You know exactly that you did the right thing. Your intention was good. So when you do good things, you can always be happier. Even by acting a very simple act of generosity, like helping a homeless person, or helping a little child for his education, or whatever way you can help, practice those generosities and kindness and compassion in many different ways. You can see the um, powerful karma that is generated through this is truly wonderful. I remember one time I um, I was able to help one family with a house, a brand new house, and they were so happy, and they were crying out of amazing joy. And so every time they sleep in that house, they feel so happy, and I think I get the good energy. And although I, as a monk, I'm a homeless person too in a way, but when with the other people, good people's help, I was able to help that family. So I feel so secure within myself, and every time I feel everywhere I feel at home, because when we do good things, the good will return to us in many different ways. So we can be so happier all the time when we do good things. You can think of all the good things that you do, and the power of that good karma that can generate really powerful good karma to help you, benefit you in so many different ways. And same thing when you do bad thing, the guilty consciousness can really torture you so much. I remember in Shakespeare's drama Macbeth. Have you read Macbeth? So in Macbeth, the Lady Macbeth was killing King Duncan, and then she was, washing her hands, and she is trying to wash the hands, and she, no matter how much you wash, all the wells in the world, all the water in the world can't really wash the dirt in the mind. So it's really powerful how guilty consciousness can torture you, can kill you within. It is devastating. It is so disastrous. So to be good and to do good will be a wonderful way to make your life much more happier, peaceful, and comfortable. Okay, let's go to a few more stanzas to conclude today's session. Idha tappati peccha tappati papakari ubhayatta tappati papang me kathanti tappati bhiyo tappati dugatingato idha nandati peccha nandati kata punyo ubhayatta nandati punyang me kathanti nandati bhiyo nandati sugatingato. Here he suffers, hereafter he suffers. In both states the evildoer suffers. Evil have I done, thinking thus he suffers. Furthermore he suffers, having gone to a woeful state. Here he is happy, hereafter he is happy. In both states the well-doer is happy. Good have I done, thinking thus, he is happy. Furthermore is he happy, having gone to a blissful state. Now it talks about how when you do something good, according to Buddhism, the circle of transmigration will take you to a lower realm when you do bad things. Same thing when you do good things, it will take you to a good realm. And even within this life, you can feel the good karma, the good energy can save you in many different ways. So you can be happy, just like the other one. These two stanzas also talk about how when you do something good, can help you, can make you a happy person. Last two stanzas, and then we are done for today. Bahung piche sahitang bhasamano natakaro hoti naro pamato gopo gavo ganayang paresang na bhagava samanyas hoti appang piche sahitang bhasamano Dhamma hoti anudhammachari ragam cha dosam cha pahaya moham sammapajano suvimutta chitto anupadiyano idhava hurangva sabhagava samanyassa hoti. Though much he recites the sacred text, but acts not accordingly, that heedless man is like a cowherd who counts others' kind. He has no share in the fruits of the holy life. Though little he recites the sacred text, but acts in accordance with the teaching, forsaking lust, hatred, and ignorance, truly knowing, with mind well freed, clinging to naught here and hereafter, he shares the fruits of the holy life. This again is directly related, connected to the monks. How even though you know so much Dhamma, if you don't practice, it doesn't make much sense. So it's so important that even though you know a little, it's okay. You practice it. You can be the owner of your own karma. Again, here we have wonderful two similes, like like a cow herd. You take care of the cow all throughout the day, but the fruits will go to the owner of that. So just like that, if you don't act, even though you know much Dhamma, it doesn't really make so much sense. So it is so nice, it is so good if we know, even we don't need to know all the Abhidhamma. I don't say you should not. You can, of course, learn. That will be really beneficial. You can read a lot of texts in Buddhism. It is okay. There's so much okay. But the most important thing is we need to practice. Whatever we know, we need to practice. That will be the final lesson that we can learn today. And today we learned 20 stanzas. I'm sure you remember at least some of them, and some of those advices can also be helpful. Please try to learn, practice, and make your life more meaningful and make your spiritual path progressive, and you can go inch closer to the final liberation. With that, I conclude. May you all be well, happy, healthy. May the noble triple gem bless you, help you, protect you, and guide you towards the right path. Sukhi Dīghāyuko Bhava. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, if you have any question, I can help, or we can conclude today if not.
Are there any questions online, Bhante?
No,
No,
we
okay.
have a lot of people here though. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Alisa and Julie and Maria and Kim Gordon, uh, Manal Vyas Mehta, S. Chaff, MG Sen MCU, Jayanta Fernando, okay, Mary and Gregory and Karuna, Edward Clark, Lydia, Eric and Christina, Lydia, and many people. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us today. And also we have Harry and Anthony and Venerable Samanira. What's your name?
Vadda.
Vadda.
Yeah, Vadda.
Okay. And all the monks in the monastery. And may all of you be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May all Devas and Brahmas and all Kalyanamita friends bless you, help you, protect you, and guide you towards the right path. And also, may all the departed ones of all of you able to be able to share this merit, receive this merit. May they all be well, happy, safe wherever they are. May all of us and all sentient beings in the world, including Devas, Brahmas, be able to live our life peacefully, comfortably with good health. Will let us also think of all the people who suffer due to something or the other. There are so many people who suffer due to some sicknesses, due to some injuries, due to some physical or mental sufferings. We want to think of all of them. May they also be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May they be able to recover from their suffering. And also, all the people who are suffering due to wars or due to natural disasters or due to some other reasons, we will think of them as well. We will pray for them. We will pray for world peace, and we will pray for everyone's happiness and good health. May all of us and all of them be able to live our life peacefully, comfortably with good health. And may all of us be able to attain the absolute peace and happiness at the end of our samsara. That is the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Thinking thus, please keep your palms together close to your heart and say 3 times Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Abhivadana silis nichang uddhapachayino chattaro dhamma vaddhante ajuvanno sukhang balang आयुरारोग्य संपत्ति सग्ग संपत्ति मेवच अतो निब्बान संपत्ति मिनाते समिज्जतु. Thank you and see you again with another program.